Hold on. All right, let's fix this. Just search that. Yeah. ITO, guys. Or ITO. There we go. All right, let me log into Foxtel. It always logs me out for some reason, but let me log in real quick and then we'll get into a bit of chat. And I don't know why. I've never had notifications pop up on my laptop before, and now today it's like bombarding me. But yeah. Right, let's pull up the game. All right, too easy. Too bloody easy, everyone. How are we? How are we going on this Friday night? And it looks like we might be in for a good game here. Weather conditions I know aren't too bad and aren't too good in Adelaide. I know it was pissing down with rain a few hours ago. I don't know what it's like now. It might be all right, but the ground would not be in great conditions, meaning that it might be a bit low scoring. I wouldn't be shocked if both teams score maybe under 80, despite how good the skill level is from both these teams. Very similar, I would say. I have tipped Adelaide to get the job done. I think it's going to be close, though. Brisbane are going to be firing up. They're going to want to get another win to their name. Are they in the top 4, the Lions? I don't know. I'll have to double-check that. But, yeah. Round 13. I haven't done a watch-along stream in a little while, but I've got 3 planned. I was originally going to do 4, but last night I decided I just wanted to do a bit of editing on a video that I've been chipping away at over the last few weeks. So I would have liked to get it out this weekend, but by the looks of it, I probably won't have it out this weekend, sadly. But yeah, I'll try and get it out next week for you guys. It's an AFL 26 video, so if that strikes your interest, stay tuned. What's going on in the chat? AFL Talks, how are we? And he's joined on an old account by the looks of it, and he's got a Collingwood profile picture. It is. Don't know what that's about. Fact is it actually? Yeah, I'll hide that account for you. Duck, how we going, bro? Bob Bell, long time no see. I do miss doing watch-along streams. Sorry I haven't been I don't think I've done a watch-along stream since round 10 or 11, which is pretty bad on my behalf. And I do really want to get into the rhythm of streaming again. I've just been prioritizing a lot more on videos rather than streams. And I've also had exams this week, meaning that I couldn't really do too much. But I'm back. I've got 3 streams planned. I'm going to do tonight's stream. Going to stream North v West Coast on the Sunday. And I'm going to stream tomorrow night. Okay? I'm not going to say what tomorrow night's stream is. But all I will say is the AFL game that is on tomorrow night. What is tomorrow night's game? What is tomorrow night's game? Giants v Port Adelaide. I'm going to stream that around that time, but I'm probably not going to stream that game. I'm not going to say what the stream is, but you'll know. Hey, Jesse, who is your least favourite player? Least favourite player? Can't really say I have a least favourite player, to be brutally honest. Sure, there's some players that I don't entirely like, but I don't know. I wouldn't really say I have a least favourite player. I think Bro left. How about Coast Club? What about Coast Club? I've noticed he's been uploading a lot more than usual. I mean, he still hasn't been uploading a lot, but he's been uploading a bit more than usual. Mine's Toby Green. Yeah, I don't think many people like Toby Green. I actually do rate him. I rate him as a player. He's a good player. I will give him that. He's a good player. Not many people like him. I actually do like him. He's one of my... If I had to say, probably top 20 of my favourite players in the comp, maybe. Maybe. My favourite player is a guy named Jesse. Jesse Hogan or Jesse Thompson. Love Raleigh Thilthorpe. Yeah. I'm trying to think from a non-Collingwood player, my favourite player is... Well, my favourite player in the AFL is Isaac Quaynor. But if we're eliminating Collingwood players, because realistically, my top 5 players in the comp are Collingwood players, realistically. But if we're eliminating Collingwood players, I'd probably say my favourite in the comp is probably I reckon Christian Petrarca. I actually do like him. The Bond's probably up there. I like Ginnivan. I do like Ginnivan. Not many Collingwood fans would say that, but I do rate Ginnivan. He's very, very cheeky. He's very cocky. But, geez, he's a entertaining player to watch. Just because he just rips into the other team every time he kicks a goal, which makes it even better. Even last night where he showed the crowd the ball. But I will say, people are calling him a smartass and all that, but he was this close to having to leave the country. If he had missed that goal, he could not show his face in public ever again. But he almost missed it. But regardless, he got the goal, so I shouldn't be saying. Who wins the NBA? Is it in the NBA? It's Oklahoma City versus. Is it the Pacers? I think. From what I know, I think the Pacers are the better team. From what I know, I would say the Pacers are the better team. So I'd probably say Pacers in 6. I reckon. But then again, I don't know a whole lot about the NBA. But from my knowledge, I would say Pacers get it done in 6. Pacers in full sweep, you reckon? Maybe. Weird this game on a Friday night. Weird as in you think it should be an earlier game, or weird as in you think it should be like a Thursday, Saturday? I feel like this is like a Thursday night game. I feel like this game is like a Thursday night or like a Sunday arvo. Not usually Friday or Saturday night. Pacers won by 1 today. You see, I wouldn't know that. I'm not too crazy in the NBA. I go for the Hornets, the Charlotte Hornets. So my team's pretty irrelevant. Who are you tipping? I tipped Adelaide. I also tipped the Bulldogs last night. The Bulldogs can't. I need to stop tipping the Bulldogs against good teams because they can't beat good teams. Let's face it. I think the best team that they've bet this year is the Giants, and realistically, the Giants aren't that good for team. Like I believe the Giants are still 50-50 on whether or not they make the 8 this year. Are you going to the Big Freeze? I will go to the Big Freeze, and I will vlog that game. I've stopped vlogging a lot of the games. What's the last game I vlogged? It would have been Adelaide, I think. Yeah, Collingwood v Adelaide. That was the last game I vlogged, which was 2 weeks ago, but that would have been around 10, I think. Maybe around 11. I've stopped vlogging games because I just feel like they're not very beneficial for my channel, but I think with a lot of the big games I will vlog, like the Big Freeze. I don't know. I want to sort of make that a bit more of an entertaining vlog because I feel like my vlogs aren't too entertaining. I think my best vlog from this year is probably the Collingwood Carlton vlog, in my opinion. Like, out of match day vlogs, I've definitely done, I reckon, my best vlog this year was the Gather Round vlog. I think Sunday 4:40. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Sunday arvo or Thursday night, this game should be. Where are you sitting? I really want to meet you and go to like 2 games. I go to like 2 games. I don't know exactly where I'm sitting, but I am level 1. That's all I know. But if you follow me over on Instagram, Jai, I always put I always put it on my story, like my seats. Like not so people come meet up with me, but I just put it on my stories to say, oh, I'm at the game and all that. So if you follow me over on Instagram, you will. If you really want to work it out. But you'll probably see me, to be honest, just around the grounds. I wouldn't be surprised. Seeing first row on the left wing. First row, that's crazy. How do you get front row? You have to get in really early, I feel like, if you get in front row. But even then, I feel like front row is like exclusive, no? I don't know, though. Make crazy titles in your... No, that's not how that works, though, AFL Talk. It's like, yeah, it might help get a few more views, but titles don't entirely matter. Like, yeah, you want, like... Yeah, it'll get more views, but... Yeah, I don't know. Or it's more about the game, I feel. If the game's a good game, then you'll get views regardless. Like, you look at Sporting Lou, right? Let's face it. If you look at Sporting Lou's vlogs, he gets views, right? He doesn't really vlog anymore. Even when he does, his vlogs don't actually get as many views anymore. But last year he was getting like 1,000 views a video, and he wasn't really let's face it, his thumbnails weren't great, his titles weren't crazy, but he was vlogging good games, and that's where the views come from. If you're vlogging like fucking North Melbourne, West Coast, like you're not going to get much out of that. I've never met anyone like from the community. You've never met anyone. That's semi-surprising, but I feel like you're not really too. Are you like, I don't know, because you don't really go to many community events. I wouldn't have thought AFL. Like, do you go to? Well, you obviously don't go to gather rounds. Have you been to the grand final footy fest? Because if you go there, like you're almost guaranteed to meet a creator. So if you've gone there and you haven't seen anyone, that's semi-surprising. Andy, Jesse, Collingwood are first. They are. I'm well and truly aware. Let's just try and stay up there for as long as possible. Because, well, I guess the longer we stay up there, the better. We're looking really good at the moment, which is scary. We're too good early. Like, I want to be at this skill level in the second half of the season, not the first half of the season. But hopefully we can keep it up throughout. Hopefully. Like, I feel like in finals, the only teams I don't want to verse. No, like I'm praying that we finish first or second, right? Because if let's say we finish first, right? And then let's say if we finish third, Gold Coast finish first, right? Let's just say that happened, right? That would mean that we verse Gold Coast at their home ground. I don't think we win that. Like I think it's round 16, we verse the Suns in Gold Coast. I think we lose that. I will probably tip against us that week because we do not play well up there. And I reckon the Giants, we verse the Giants away, we probably lose that. So those are the two teams and even at home, I don't want to verse either of those teams. Giants, I feel like we beat. If we verse them at the MCG in a final, we probably win that. But like this, I think the three teams that I would be most scared to verse in the finals would probably be Gold Coast, whether that's at the G or away, the Giants at their home ground, or probably Geelong at the G. That would be scary. I reckon that would be a pretty close game. Like, those are probably the three teams I would hate to verse in finals. I do go to grand final. I do go to grand final footy fest. And you've never met anyone, really. Coast Club, member for 5 months, and I've just dropped my fucking sunnies on the ground. Cheers, heaps for that. Coast Club, 5 months member. Do appreciate that. If anyone else wants to become a member for $3 a month, I execute 2 videos for members every single month. So yeah, you might want to jump on that. I've seen Cardi at Collingwood, Brisbane, but he went away so quickly so I couldn't say hi. Yeah, right. Bro doesn't want to read the chat out loud. Oh, sorry. Hey, babes. Good job. Good job on what? Well, if I missed something. You streaming the Bunbury game? I will. I actually am going to stream that. I actually will stream that game. I think that because spot me. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot you were going to that. Because I looked at the 2 Sunday games. I'm like, I probably do want to stream the game on the Sunday. All right. So I looked at the Sunday games, and it's either North versus West Coast or Carlton v Essendon. And I was just sort of like, I was looking at those 2 games, and I'm like, genuinely, I think North v West Coast, despite it probably being lower scoring, will be the better overall game on the Sunday. And because it's at Bunbury as well, like, it's a bit interesting, and I wouldn't mind seeing that. And I don't know, I'll probably just watch the Carlton Essendon game with family, or maybe if I can be bothered, actually, no, I was going to say, if I can be bothered, maybe I'll go to that game. But by the time the Bunbury game finishes, I won't have enough time to go down there. I'm leaving home at 9:30 to get to Bunbury. How far's the drive, really? 9:30. I didn't think Bunbury was that far. Do you get bullied for uploading AFL vids? I do not get bullied for it. There's a few people at my school who watch AFL video. In fact, there was this year 7. There was this year 7 who started school this year, and he came up to me. He's like, "Oh, I watch your videos." So I actually don't get made fun of for it, believe it or not. As a drink, it's good. It's got the Schweppes lemonade. I feel like lemonade's my favorite soft drink. Or maybe it's like a regular Coke. Regular Coke, maybe. But I think lemonade's better. Lemonade or like I rate Mountain Dew as well. I do rate Mountain Dew as well. But I need to get there before the gates open so I can get an attempt to see the place. Yeah, right. And game is getting underway right now. Put your final predictions in the chat. Who's going to win and by how much? And who's going to be best on ground? I reckon. Who do I think is going to be best on ground? I want to go like a different player that most people probably wouldn't say. I reckon Darcy Fort has 47 hitouts and a goal. 47 hitouts and a goal for Darcy Fort, I reckon. Hey, play this guy with the $2. Cheers, Heath, for that, bro. Much appreciated. Crows by 20. Are you going on the Collingwood game? I will be going. What's your second favorite? Second favorite drink? Is that what you're saying? Here we go. So Lego with ball in hands. Send it up out of our defensive 50. Sends towards a pack. Good punch by Walker. Crows by 20. Hype up the game because I'm not hyped. You should be hyped about the footy this weekend. AFL talks. I feel like whenever like your team wins at the start of the week, it just like just encourages you to watch more footy. At least that's what I think. Like, let's say Pies play on a Thursday, which they never do because they're a big team and they play on Friday or Saturday. But let's say they've played on a Thursday night, got the dub. Like, it just encourages me to watch pretty much every single game of the rounds. Chug the drink. Nah, lemonade's too hard to chug, I feel. I would, though. If Crows win. It's only a lemonade. It'd be a bit different if I was chugging a Great Northern or a Canadian Club or something, or hard solo. But it's just a lemonade. Are you streaming North versus West Coast? I am. I said that before, but yeah, I am going to stream that game. I feel like that's going to be the better game on the Sunday. And I will stream tomorrow night, but I'm not streaming the Giants game tomorrow night. So I'm not going to say what I'll stream tomorrow, but I am going to stream something tomorrow. Here we go. Bailey. Oh, that's a beautiful tackle. That's got to be holding the ball. It is. Best on ground, I think, Jared Berry. Don't mind that. I do rate that. Walker with the one-handed grab. He'll kick it inside 50. Long kick. And a mark will be taken by Thilthorpe. Will he back himself from this position? Looks like he will. He'll line up to kick the first goal of the game from outside 50 or just in. Are you going to stream Collingwood game? No, I'm going to the Collingwood game. So I won't stream that. But I will vlog that. So expect to... Well, I'll get the tipping video out Tuesday. So that my vlog probably won't come out till Wednesday. Thilthorpe. Tight angle from 50 metres out. Typically a good kick. Oh, it's going to go close. Only a behind, though. Gets the first score of the day. Have they already turned it over? They have two. They already they turned it on from the kick in. He's Mr. Sitter. He's Mr. Sitter. You got to kick those at the AFL level. What are your top 3 drinks? Lemonade, then a Coke, then probably a Mountain Dew. Although if we're taking frozen drinks into that, frozen Coke is number 1. Can you put the game on the screen? I could, but I'll probably get banned, so I can't unfortunately show you the game. Just due to copyright reasons, obviously. Do 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 do. And they rely on each other. Neil, good tackle, and here we go. Bit of a scruff. And a dangerous tackle. So a free kick's been paid. What's your favourite song? Probably the Telstra ad song. I know you're saying, yeah. It is catchy, to be fair. People say it's annoying, but it is catchy. Appears to be a stoppage. Come from the wing. Throws it in. Ruck's going at it. O'Brien wins it. McCluggage just gets the kick and hope. Nearly a great mark. Jesse, is it true? Is what true? There are definitely some more annoying ads than that one. Yeah, what do you reckon's like the most annoying ad? Actually, I don't mind the Telstra ad one. Like, I feel like that one's actually not that bad. I don't know what the most annoying one would be. Oh no, you know what one I hate, and it's just like I only hate it because it's like cringe. Is anyone know the one where it's like, I'll see you at the footy, I'll see you at the game. Like that one. And then the little girl's like, you shanked it. I don't know, something like that. It's gonna be really awkward if no one knows what I'm talking about. But like, yeah, it gets overplayed. But like they've had that ad on for like ages, I swear. That one's good. I don't like it. That's the Amy one? Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, I think it's Amy. It was cool at first. Yeah, I thought it was cool at first, but like what you said before, it just gets overplayed. Keys, his skill doesn't go unnoticed. And here we go. Looks to be Dawson. No, Berry. The Toyota is a classic. What's the Toyota one? Oh, has he got that? Wasn't a bad effort, to be fair, but that's the third behind of the game. Something needs to change, probably. Adelaide soon. 0 goals, 3. They can't let this inaccuracy hold up anymore this game. And he probably shouldn't have went for home there. Like, he wasn't backing himself, so I don't know. Like, he wasn't sure if he can kick that, but he gave it a go anyway and missed. So he probably shouldn't have backed himself there. Here we go. Bailey goes for a run. Kicks it inside 50. No one can mark. Goes back to Bailey. Bailey goes to Ashcroft. No, I think that's Lohman, not Ashcroft. It was Lohman. Lohman, Ashcroft, they're basically the same player, no? I will say, I thought Kai Lohman was injured, so it's good to see that he's back on the field. But yeah, I swear he's been subbed out. Like every single game he plays, he just gets subbed out with injury. Which is crazy. Has he kicked a goal this season, Kai Lohman? Can someone fact check that for me? If not, I'll just check it later maybe. But has Kai Lohman kicked a goal this season? Because I think I saw something a few weeks ago that said he hasn't. But I don't know if he keeps one in any recent weeks. O'Brien wins the hit out. Brisbane free kick. It's going to go to Darcy Fort. It's Friday. It is. It is Friday. I've got 2 weeks of work experience over the next 2 weeks, so I actually don't go to school. I do go to work though, but I'll get minimum wage anyway, so at least I'm making something from it. I semi-benefit from it. Here we go. Rochelle on the wing, arguably being held, keeps fumbling every chance he gets. Harris Andrews wraps him up, as well as Dan Zorko in the mix as well. Birdo, how we going? Where do you work? I'm not going to say where I'm going to work. It's a primary school. I'm going to do a primary school for the week, but I'm not going to say what primary school. Birdo, how we going? I did actually watch your video before the stream. Oh, yeah, good mark. Yeah, I watched your basketball video, was it? I think that was you. What year were you in? I'm year 10 this year. Compared to 36 in 2020, he 3 goals in 2025, I looked. Has he really? When did he kick all them? Is that a 50? It's not. Nice. What school? I'm not going to say what school. So they're short. Yeah, I feel like, I don't know about YouTube Shorts, but I feel like over on TikTok and Instagram Reels, I feel like that should be performing better, that sort of short. But I don't know. Maybe that's not the type of things to post. I understand for safety reasons. Yeah, yeah. Sorry if I came across as rude, but yeah, I shouldn't be saying what school. Yeah. Got the hole in the ball free kick, Will Ashcroft. He'll take that. Who do you think will win? I've tipped Adelaide, but no, neither teams are being very accurate at the moment. I say that. Is this going to be a chance for Brisbane? Archie! It stays in. Levo Ashcroft. Lohman. Still in. But now it's gone over the line. Lohman copped a knock. Is that going to be bad? Seems to be fine, though. Wait, score review? Nah, it's chill. It's chill. Let's play on. Play on. All right. Boundary throw in inside the Adelaide Crows 50. Will they be able to execute something well out of it? No, it's Brisbane 50. Will they be able to execute something as Archie goes for goal, misses his boot? No one can get the possession here. It's going to go back to the umpire for a ball up. Here we go. For Rayner. Misses. Are we going to see a goal this quarter? Come on. It's almost halfway through the quarter. And no one's even gotten a goal yet. That's 3 goals too. You would not think that. But I did say that it was probably going to be very low scoring since obviously the weather conditions aren't going to be very good. I know it was rain. It's not raining at the moment, but it was raining earlier in Brisbane. No, in Adelaide. Yeah, bounce on the full. High scoring. Yeah. It's not the most entertaining game in the world, but luckily I've got the chat with me to push through this dull sort of quarter, I suppose you could say. That going out on the full as well. It is. No, it's just stayed in, been touched over. Soccer is zesty. I'll tell you, two people that I'm kind of surprised I haven't seen in this chat today. Also, good day, Daniel. Sorry, I didn't read that before. I will say two people I'm sort of surprised I haven't seen in the chat yet. Two Brisbane supporters of the community, and Gus Footy and Main Stallion. Surprised haven't seen any of them pop in yet tonight. They will probably pop in at some stage though. Does anyone in the chat actually support either of these teams, Brisbane or Adelaide? I wouldn't have thought so. Footy and basketball on top. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it is raining. Everyone's got their ponchos on, so it is raining over at the AO. Ashcroft. Berry kicks it inside 50. Neil fumbles. High contact. Adelaide Crows free kick. I lost my AirPods. How do you lose your AirPods? Aren't they supposed to be in your ears? Down towards the wing. Mark should be taken. Phil Thorpe can't. Fletcher. Wilmot, high ball. That's arguably a free kick that should have been paid. Is Fletcher going to give away a free kick there? He won't. Yeah, I reckon that should have been a free kick there. Arguably, it's Dawson. Phil Thorpe winning the hit out there. Will Ashcroft might be first to it. Gets the soccer kick along the ground. Dunkley kicks it up to Hipwood. Rayner. Is that going to be holding the ball? Did he get the hands? Levi Ashcroft goes to Bailey. Bailey. Ashcroft kicks. And it's going to tumble through the behind post. And scores a level 3-3. What is this game, man? All right, everyone, put your bets in the chat. Who's going to be the first goal scorer? And if anyone in the chat gets it correct, I'll gift members tonight. If anyone in the chat can correctly guess who the first goal scorer will be, I'll gift members. You know, just for fun, I'll put my own guess in. I'm gonna say. I'm just gonna rip in. I'm just gonna jump in and say Harris Andrews. I know he's a defender, but I'm gonna go Big Cole and say Harris Andrews kicks the first goal tonight. Here we go. Fogarty kicks inside 50. Rochelle kicks over his head and misses. Oh, I think it missed. Zerha. Yeah, it's missed. Cameron Zerha. Yeah. Yeah, so putting anyone in the chat, put your predictions in. Who will be the first goal scorer? And if anyone gets it correct, I'll gift members. Edit Master's the only one that's put in a prediction so far. But it'll be, if it is Cameron Zerha, then he's coming clutch. Kicks towards the wing. Loman gets the pick up. Taken high. Free kick's been paid towards him. They've paid advantage. That's shocking. Oh, so he kicked 3 goals last week, Kyle Lohman. That's where. So those are his first 3 of the season. That's why I haven't. That's why I was saying before I don't know if he kicked any goals. Because clearly I haven't. Who did they verse last week, I mean. Who did Brisbane have last week, everyone? I feel like if Lohman kicked 3, it would have been a very average team that they versed. Maybe who did they verse? I can't remember. Rankin gets the hands. Inside 50 it goes for Adelaide. Adelaide, can someone get the possession? Drop mark. Walker! Walker for the first goal of the day! He's missed. He's missed. Oh, it's on the full too. Oh, no. No one's going to get a goal. There's 7 minutes 20 left in this quarter. No one's gotten a goal yet. Good spoil by Rochelle. It's going to work in Brisbane's favour. Holding the ball, the umpire says, and a free kick will be paid. And turns it over straight away. Playing on with the handball. Could we get a quarter without a goal? I wouldn't mind seeing that. I feel like it'll almost be funny if no one scores a goal this quarter. So now I'm kind of hoping no one does. But at the same time, I'd like to see a goal. Charlie Cameron, will he be the first one of today? Gets the hands to Rayner. Rayner goes for home. And misses. Oh, no, he's got it. Has he? Yeah, he has. Rayner. No one guessed that one. And there we have it. Yeah. I know, as soon as I mentioned something about them going goalless. Go Zerha. Sorry, I'm just messaging someone real quick. I thought you went for Collingwood. Is that not a Collingwood profile picture? Is that another goal by Brisbane? It is. Can we do next goal? Well, if you're going to get Zerha again, I don't think it really matters, to be honest. Because if you're the only one guessing, and you're guessing Cameron Zerha, who doesn't even play for either of these teams, I don't know if we're going to be able to get the next goal. As soon as that guy commented, we all, yeah. That one only barely snuck in, by the way. It almost went straight into the post. Up the Pies. Yeah, up the Pies for this week. Hopefully we get up, which we should. I'd be shocked if we lost to Melbourne, to be brutally honest with you. Morris tries to get in there. Fumbly kick. Neil Bullen ends up over the top of it, tackled by Archie. Ball up it is. Fort wins it. Off the ground it goes. Keys turns it over. Touches the umpire. Will kick it towards the wing to Lohman, straight over the head. Is that holding the ball? Umpire doesn't want to say it. Loman kicks. Not 15, arguably, but umpire's paid it. We'll kick inside 50 now. Can anyone take a mark from the Lions? And a good, strong mark by O'Brien. My profile is pies and I love them, so I go for them. Yeah, right. So annoying. Zera's off. So annoying. Zerha's off. Well, he's not off. He's not playing. I'm dumb. I wasn't watching. We get the first goal of the game. It was Cam Rayner. So you got the Cameron part right. You didn't get the. Although I don't think is his name Cameron Rayner, or is it just Cam? Yeah, he's decent. Just to get rid of the phone and stop. Kicks inside 50. Can a mark be taken? Good strong mark over the head. We'll send it out defensive 50 of taking a mark against Fogarty. Crows already got 10 free kicks. How many have Brisbane got? How's Jesse? No how's at the moment. Dawson has the ball. We'll kick it forwards. High ball. It's going to go close to the boundary line. Keys. Now Rankin wanted to go for home. Only a behind. They'll be their 5th behind of the day. But the margin's now limited to just the 10 points. Where they at, mate? Got no time for that. At the moment. Here we go. Free kick. Oh, wait. Free kick towards the Crows now. They've reversed the decision. It's Rankin. And it's a Brisbane Lions free kick. Harris the Angels in defence. Troy Gartel. G'day, Troy. How we going, bro? How we going? Here we go. Ashcroft kicks it high. And a mark's been taken by the Crows. How old are you? I'm 15. Yeah. There, I'll see you. See you in 20 minutes then. Taylor Walker. Is this a chance for the first goal of the day? For the Crows, that is. Not the first goal of the game, but coming close to quarter time. Crows have got 0 goals, 5. The inaccuracy could kill them in the late game. But Walker kicking this could be huge. Not an easy angle, but as a man who's kicked 660 goals in his career, this should be a piece of cake for him. But it's not going to go through, unfortunately, and that's 6 behinds for the Crows. Home ground advantage, and there's not really too much advantage being played. You're my age? Yeah, right. That's good, I guess. There's more things to life, Bob Bale, than talking to girls. And let's face it, at my age, stuff like that doesn't really matter anyway. Turnover at half-back by the Lions. With 26 seconds left here in the first quarter, Adelaide will end the quarter with 6 points, but that's not one goal. That would be 6 straight behinds. I reckon Crows will get 20-plus behinds. They could be on track for 20-plus, but you'd hope if they're getting 20-plus, they win the game. Because if you're in 20-plus behinds and losing, then that's not a very good look. And there we go. 12-6 free kicks, I think they just said. Quarter time. Brisbane lead by 9 points, 15-6. And I will say, not a very entertaining game of footy. Who are we backing for Swans v Tigers, everyone? I'm actually backing the Tigers this week to get the dub. And I feel like that's a fair enough kind of tip. I feel like the Tigers have what it takes to beat the Swans. And the Swans are been in pretty poor form as of late, I feel. So I feel like that's not a bad call. I'm going to check some stats for this game, see who's playing well. From what I've seen, no one's really had too much of an impact, like individually. Cam Rayner's got the most score of the day with 1 goal and a behind. Most fantasy, Will Ashcroft. So that means, most disposals goes to him with the 10. But, Berry's got 9. Neil's got 8. Rayner's got 7. I said Darcy Fort was going to be best on with 1 goal and 47 hitouts. He's got 0 goals, but he's got the 13 hitouts in the first quarter. Will Ashcroft has 5 clearances. Jeez. Yeah, the free kick count is apparently really bad. 12-6 in Adelaide's favour. And they still can't get in front. Ba-da-bum-bum-ba. Am I the only one streaming this game? Rise Mac is live. That's about it. Sporting Lou as well, but I think I've got a bit of a different audience than Rise Macker and Sporting Lou. I'm not saying Sporting Lou has much of an audience, but how's everyone else seen this game so far? Not too many people streaming it. No, not really. How's everyone else seeing this game? Are we enjoying it, or are we kind of over it already? Are we kind of over it before it's even started? Also, everyone, I've got this video planned to do, and I would like to film it in a few weeks. I'm going to get 2 creators involved. 2 creators in the video. I don't I haven't actually reached out to anyone about the video yet to see if they want to jump on, but I've got 2 creators in mind. I've got 1 creator in mind that I'd like to get on. I feel like he'll probably say yes. I haven't worked out who the other one is. I want it to be like a fair matchup as well, because I've been giving away prizes and all that, and you'll know you'll see the video. It should be out like maybe 5-6 weeks now from. Actually, it might be longer depending on how long it takes to get all the prizes. But yeah, I've got an idea. I think it's going to be a good video. You were saying about there was one. Huh? You're saying about that video, and there was 1 or 2 people in chat. I didn't actually know what that comment's saying. Sorry, that was a bit hard to read. Apologies, Bob Bell. Alex, how we going? Adelaide won't catch up. They're not too far behind. They can still win Adelaide, and it's only the first quarter. Only down by 9. Like it's not. It won't be crazy. It will not be crazy if they come back and win. Hello, do you remember me? I don't, but welcome to the stream, Antish. Hope you're going well, bro. Good to see you in here. Make sure to stick around for the second quarter. Top 3 contested possessions. Will Ashcroft 6, Peatling 5, and Lockie Neal tried Peatling with 5 as well. Yeah, I feel like Will Ashcroft's had a major impact so far. I mean, he's leading in fantasy currently with 40-something fantasy. But yeah, I feel like Will Ashcroft's had a massive impact so far on the Brisbane Lions after the first quarter. See if he can carry much of that into the second. I still think Darcy Fort will be the sneaky best on ground. Like, for me, I think if a ruckman has 1 goal and 47 hitouts, which is what I've predicted Darcy Fort to have, that's BOG. I personally believe. Even if like there's a player with like 35 disposals. Like I feel like 47 hitouts is more valuable than 35 disposals. Personally. Everyone, if you haven't left a like on the stream, please feel free to do so. If you also haven't followed me over on the other socials that are right there. Right there. JTomo_ on TikTok and JTomo_YT over on Insta. So make sure you go follow me over on those platforms as well, where you see some more exclusive content over there that you don't see here on YouTube. And here we go with the second quarter. Huge quarter needs to be done by the Crows as Neal kicks it inside 50 already, and a defensive mark is taken by the Crows. I want to get away. I want to fly away. Yeah. And that's out of bounds, says the umpire. No, free kick. Fly away. Yeah. Fogarty marks on the wing. Kicks far. Can a mark be taken? Thilthorpe marks. Go the barrel. Go the barrel. Kick it, Torp. He's not going to. Sets it up. Hopefully his teammate can take a mark. No one can. Rayner. No, McCluggage. I don't know why. I always think Rayner's number 6, but he's not. He's 16, I think. 16. Is that a goal for Adelaide? And it's Keys. Keys kicks the first Adelaide goal of the game. It only took them a whole quarter to get here, but they've kicked their first. They've got 1 goal, 6. A few more goals like that could be huge. Possibly. they could take that lead back momentarily. I want to get away. I want to fly away. A few people will know what ad that is. I would assume. I don't even know what the ad is. I just know the song. Back to the center will go. Center bounce. O'Brien wins it. It's Dawson who gets the hands, a fumbling ball. Rayner gets it. Kick inside 50. It goes for the Lions. And it's fumbled over the line. Hello again, Edit Master. You said you'd be back, and you are back. Here it goes. Good tap here by Fort. Could result in the Brisbane Lions goal. It won't, though, as they get out defensive 50, the Crows. Holding the man, says the umpire. Thilthorpe free kick. They'll get it inches and inches closer to their forward half. Josh Rochelle here on the wing. Plays on. Kicks it far. Almost a one-handed mark by Fogarty. Didn't want it enough. And Rankin's wrapped up in a tackle. A stoppage will occur. No, holding the ball. Really? Down it goes. Good spoil. Hinge. Laird. Good spoil. And Andrews will punch it out of bounds. Boundary throw in. I feel like, how was your day at school today? Well, I was only at school for an hour because I have exams this week. So I just did the one exam today and then I went home. So I guess it was all right. Oh, that's a Brisbane Lions free kick, I think. Is that a Brisbane Lions free kick? No, it's not. Throw in. Fort wins it. Bless you. Yes, cheers, bro. Appreciate it. Bob Bell, you're dragging it now, bro. Feel like we've moved on from that topic. Strong tackle by Dawson. I love this game already. Really? It's not that great of a game, to be honest. No, I've hit the Crows, so I'm not too happy with the scoreline. Like, especially because they're being really inaccurate as well. If they're going to carry this on throughout the game, they're going to really struggle to get over the line. And I don't want to be 0-2 in tipping. Like, I already got last night's tip wrong, so it's going to be really bad if I get the first two tips wrong. And I feel like this was an easier... I feel like, to be fair, I feel like the two hardest games to tip of the round were probably the first two games. Adelaide, Brisbane, and then last night's game as well. To be fair, you could argue Carlton and Essendon's a bit hard to tip considering both of them teams are pretty far out of form. And here we go. Cam Rayner's got 2 and the Lions have only scored 3. So 2 goals already by him is huge. No Telstra ads. Well, I'm on Foxtel, so I don't get ads anyway. Bulldogs can't beat anyone in the top 8. Pretty shit. Yeah, I agree with that. The best team they've beaten so far is the Giants. And are the Giants even still in the 8? Or are they just out? Yeah, they're 7th. But yeah, I would even argue that the Giants are that good. Like, I wouldn't even say the Giants are finals. Like, no, they are final contenders. But I would say there's still a 50-50 chance of whether or not Giants make finals. I think they're ruled out of the Giants are definitely ruled out of the top 4, I think. I don't think they're making top 4 anymore. And I can't remember what my ladder predictions were. And it's good that I can't remember because it makes my reaction video later in the year better. But I feel like I probably would have had the Giants in the top 4. Or maybe like around there. Coast Club with the $3. Cheers for that, bro. Appreciate it. I do appreciate you, bro. I'll give you a love heart. Associate how we lost to them. We ran like grandpas. Yeah, we did play poorly in the first game of the season, but it's whatever. I'm annoyed that I have to travel up. I'm annoyed that I traveled up to that game to see my team lose by 54 points. But like at the end of the day, it's whatever. It's only one of our 2 losses this year, so. Yeah, Levy 2 Coast Club. It's opening round. It's opening round doesn't even count, right? Like it doesn't even count. I'm shocked you tipped North by 12. Well, West Coast aren't winning that realistically. It's weird, right? Because that's in Perth, but it's North Melbourne's home game, which is it's weird, but so technically, like I know it's not necessarily close for West Coast either, but West Coast are very heavily favoured in that matchup. But I still think North are the overall better team. North versus West Coast always. I still think North Melbourne are, despite the ladder saying otherwise, I think North are far better than you guys. Despite what the ladder says. But you're a West Coast fan, so you probably are a lot more confident in the Eagles than I would be as a neutral fan. North were expected to win lots last year at Bloodstone. Yeah. Not being by. No, I'm just saying that you would be more confident than I would be in the Eagles because you actually support the team. Like, for example, Big Freeze on Monday. I've tipped Collingwood to go out there and win by 40, I think. But as a neutral fan, someone would probably expect it to be a close game on Big Freeze, if you know what I mean. And if you take consideration how the Eagles have been playing in the last couple of weeks, got to give them some credit. Yeah, but you take a look at North. Like I'm just saying because they've had some close losses. I think was it Essendon they lost in a close one. They've had a few close losses against like some average teams, and then they obviously drew against Brisbane, the reigning premiers. Who did they beat? Melbourne, was it? They smashed Melbourne. We nearly beat Geelong. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I think it will probably be close, but I think, yeah, like I said, I tipped North by 12, and I think that's a fair assumption. Who do you think's making the granny? Hopefully Collingwood. I like to think Collingwood, but don't want to get too confident. I'm sitting here thinking, we might. I don't want to get too confident, but like in the back of my mind, I'm sitting here thinking like we could win another flag this year, and I'm just like playing through my mind right now is how good it would be for my channel if Collingwood won the flag this year? Zach Bailey, he's kicked it. When does anyone know? No, would it be too long? Yeah, it would be. I was going to say, when was the last time someone in the community had their team win the flag? I suppose you could say Egg Footy last year, but he's not really he's not making content anymore. And I feel like all the Geelong supporters weren't really making content back in 2022. So, like, I feel like, yeah, I don't know. I'm just saying it would be pretty huge for my channel if Collingwood won the flag this year. That's what I'm saying. It's going to be a close one. I know a few people noticed. But, like, also I'm thinking, like, if Collingwood make the granny this year, and we lose, I have to disappear from the internet for, like, a month. Like, I cannot show my face on the internet for, like, a whole month. Because if Collingwood make the grand final, I'd be hyping us up all week. Like, I'd be fucking cocky all week saying that we're going to win the flag. And then if we lose, like, I can't show my face on the internet. We're stuffed if we don't. Yeah, I feel like this year, if we don't win the flag this year, it's going to be 10 plus years till we win our next one. I feel like because we've got such an old team, and I feel like next year we're going to have a lot of our older players retire. I think Jeremy House says last year. Pendlebury, if he cops an injury at any stage this year, no way. Nah, it's gone over the line. If he cops an injury at any stage this year, Pendlebury, I think he'll probably just retire at the end of the season. I think the only reason Pendlebury would sign on for next year is to beat the games record. And if he cops an injury like now and he won't be eligible to break the record next year, then I think he'll just retire at the end of this year because he won't sign on for 2 years. Sidebottom will probably retire this year. Mason Cox will retire. I think Tom Mitchell might retire as well this year. Or maybe he'll go one more year, but I think he'll probably retire this year. Membry's probably a few years away from retirement. So yeah, Darcy Cameron's likely to go to West Coast next year. But I think fuck this stupid. I just got it. Angus Jones, what about him? No, but Angus Jones wasn't really in the community. Was Angus Jones posting videos last year when Brisbane won the flag? I don't know. North by 3. I've tipped North by 12. Because we got to lose Pendle, Sidebottom, Elliot, Mitchell, and someone. I don't think Elliot will probably go 2 more years max. I reckon Elliot's still got 2 more years in him. That's a bad kick, by the way. Collingwood's now the retirement home. Well, I'm thinking. I think it's pretty obvious that probably. What are we saying? 2028 maybe. Collingwood are likely bottom 4 because you think about they're going to have a really young side 2028. So and we've given away all our draft picks as well, so we're not going to get any high draft picks for the next few years. And it seems like if Craig McRae is smart with this off season, he would be looking at getting Luke Jackson, I think. Because it's clear Luke Jackson wants to go home to Victoria, right? But he wants to go to Melbourne by the sounds of it, right? Hold on. Hugh McCluggage kicks the goal. Yeah, but I think if Craig McRae's smart, what he does, it'll be a 3-club trade. It'll be a 3-club trade, I think, okay? Darcy Cameron wants to go to West Coast. We send him off to West Coast because I think that's locked in. It's basically locked in, right? For him to go to West Coast. And Collingwood don't have a ruckman next year if he leaves because Cox will retire this year and we're not going to bring in a VFL ruckman realistically. So I think Darcy Cameron goes to West Coast. We work out something with Fremantle, whether it's, we get some draft picks or whatever. Or I don't know. But we work out some draft pick sort of stuff with West Coast maybe. They give us yes. Here's the way I think it plays out. We get draft picks from West Coast. We give them Darcy Cameron. We give the draft picks to Melbourne, and we get Luke Jackson. I don't know. That's the way I see it. If Darcy Cameron's leaving and Craig McRae wants to be smart with his offseason, that's the way. That's the path he should probably go down. He says that, but he will get injured trying to take a specky. Who? Jamie Elliott. Injured while trying to take a specky, you reckon? It's not really a prediction that you should be having, to be honest. Poor handball. Archie. A chance to kick it inside 50 here. Doesn't, though. And it's Dawson, free kick. Dawson thumps it in there. Can someone mark? No one can. And it goes over the line. Sherry won't go. Nah, Sherry, no chance we're getting Sherry. What the hell? Who said that? Nah, I don't think Sherry is going to leave North Melbourne, though. It's either we got to look at Luke Jackson or else we don't have a ruckman next year. Or we just somehow get Darcy Cameron to stay, which is going to be hard by the sounds of it. I don't want it, but it could happen. True, he is too loyal. Sure, he's never going to leave Melbourne at this rate. Yeah, I don't see why he would leave North Melbourne. How old is Tristan Sherry? I wouldn't think he's in his 30s yet. He'd be late 20s. So when you think about when if he's like, let's say Sherry's 28, right? I want someone to fact check that. Let's say Sherry's 28. By the time he's 33 or something like that, if he's still playing for North Melbourne, there's a good chance North are playing finals around that time. And if he sticks with North Melbourne, he could, I don't know, he could benefit it. He could benefit from staying. He's 26. Even better. If he's a one-club man, he sticks with North Melbourne. You mean to tell me if Sherry plays till he's 34, right? I feel like that's the average retirement age. If he plays till he's 34, you mean to tell me North Melbourne don't win a flag within the next 8 years? 9 years even, if you count this year. You're trying to tell me that. I mean, it sounds silly when you say it, but he will benefit from staying at North Melbourne, I think. Or trade Sullivan. Hell no. Sullivan's got heaps of potential, bro. No way we're trading Sullivan. But also, if we traded Sullivan this offseason, we wouldn't get much from him. We'd get like a second-round pick, I reckon, for Sullivan. A few second-round picks. Could we get an Essendon ruck? Wear the big freeze beanie. I could wear it, actually. Out of the 10. True, he is young. We need a Hawthorn player. Go for Jack Ginnivan. Actually, I think I will say, though, Nick Watson, I heard that he was a Collingwood player growing up. No, Collingwood supporter growing up. So, I mean, if we chucked an offer out there, who's to say? Rochelle lining up for goal. Could be a solid kick, and it's arguably a must kick. I missed it, but I forgot. Also, I did see the Adelaide Crows. Is that in? What a goal! What a goal! Holy! That's a fucking beauty by Josh Shelley, and kicks Adelaide's second goal of the day. And it was a must kick, to be honest. It was a must-needed goal for the Crows, especially because they want to make up for this inaccuracy early. And he points to the ground, claiming this is his pocket. When is the Perth trip, Jesse? Perth's too expensive. I've got no hope of going to Perth anytime soon. Ginnivan won't come back. He hates us now. Nah, I wouldn't have thought Ginnivan ever. I think he grew up supporting the Hawks, so there's no way he would ever leave them. I wouldn't have thought. Unless, Hawthorn are like, we're going to drop you next year. We're not going to offer you a contract. Then he's sort of forced to look at other places. Dude, it's... Yeah, exactly. You're saying 650 to 700 as if that's not expensive. I can't afford to go into state every week. I'm lucky I got to go interstate twice this year. Next year come to Perth? No, I don't even see the point of traveling up to Perth anyway. Because realistically, if we're versing West Coast up there, like, no offense, Coast Club, but if we're versing West Coast up there, like, that's not even worth the trip because it's not going to be like obviously we're going to win that, so it wouldn't be worth the trip. And Fremantle, you'd think we beat them 90% of the time. Dude doesn't want to see Razor footy. Razor footy doesn't live in Perth anyway. Do you still live with your parents? I do, because I'm very much underage. I'll ask you the same question, Adam Master. Do you still live with your parents? How dare you say that? Say what? Loman snaps, doesn't make the distance, and it hits the out of bounds post. Should I change my profile picture? Well, I think you should probably change it to something that actually, like, I don't know, because I feel like your profile picture is just like Hawthorn based, and you're not really a Hawthorn based channel. So I feel like it's better to have a profile picture that has your face in it. That's what I would say. Well, it doesn't matter if you have like this sort. I guess it doesn't matter if you have the sort of Hawthorn theme, because take a look at Coast Club. Like, he's not a West Coast channel, but he has West Coast themed profile picture and a West Coast theme named. So you do that when you're older, or do your parents? You do that when you're older, or do your parents because they have? So I don't actually understand what you were saying there, Master. I don't actually understand that, chat. Not 15, they say. Fogarty gets the kick, turns it over to Levi Ashcroft, gets the hands. No looker. Handball by Berry. Bro's just getting confused. I didn't understand what Adam Master said. Gordon Wine, g'day. Thoughts on Bombers against Carlton with Joe coming back on the side? Joe Mama? That was really bad. Joe who? Essendon. Joe who? Let me check. Who's Joe? What the hell? Joe Danaher. Well, that's instantly what my mind thought. I instantly thought Joe Danaher, but obviously, so your parents pay for the trips or you? Because if your parents pay for it, then I wouldn't have asked the question. Nah, well, for the 2 games that I went to this year, well, I went to Gather Round, obviously, and my parents funded that because they all went with me. Because my family went with me, they thought that they're not going to make me pay for the trip, because it was like their sort of trip as well. But I obviously had to pay for like any games that I wanted to go to, or like food or any extra stuff I wanted to get up there. But I went to Sydney earlier this year for the Collingwood v Giants game, and my sister paid all of that for me because it was a birthday present, which is really kind of her. Joey Danaher. Do you fly by yourself? I've never had the reason to. I've never had the reason to fly by myself. Taylor Walker needs to kick this and does. He's had a very inaccurate game, but he's been able to put that one through. And here come the Crows. 3 goals, 7. But the Crows have never looked out of it. He said he went with his parents. No, I think he's just asking if I do ever fly. I don't actually know, but it's all right. Peter Yates, how we going, bro? How we going, bro? Three minutes till halftime, I believe. How's Darcy Fort going? I'm still backing that. I still think Darcy Fort's going to be BOG. I said that before the bounce. I said that before the first bounce. I backed him for BOG. So he's going to have 47 hit-outs in a goal. And I'm still backing that. I don't know how he's playing at the moment. I know he had like 13 hit-outs in the first quarter. Pat's big Cole's doing good. What's his big Cole for this game? Wait, but he only doesn't he only have to get 2 big? Wait, is it if he gets 2 big Coles? Wait, what is it? I think it's if he gets. I don't know. 205 points combined. That was a really silly big call. Although I suppose in hindsight it wasn't. But if he was making the big call today, like on the day, he wouldn't have said that because the weather conditions are really poor and you're not going to get 100 plus from each team realistically. From either team at all. Wait, what actually is it where he has to get the buzz? I'm going to check that. Buzz cut and bleach my hair just like Rory Lobb if I don't get at least 2 of these big calls. Or if I don't get at least 2 of these big calls. I thought it was if he got 2 incorrect. Oh, I was going to say like he's cooked then. But yeah. I saw that Coast Club. By his parents. I think 2 big calls correct. Well, he's currently 0-2. You'd think it's not 205 for this game. So yeah, he's going to be 0-2 for the big calls. Meaning that he's going to hope he has. I might at halftime. I'm gonna review that. I'm gonna see what the big calls actually are for him, and I want to see how likely any of them are of happening. They're supposed to be big calls. Like they're supposed. Yeah, I guess they're not supposed to be very likely, but I'm gonna go. Samson begging me for something. Yeah, all good. Cardman is cooked. Well, I made that punishment for him. For anyone who didn't know that. I just can't imagine him with blonde hair. That's the buzz cut. It's like whatever, but with him with blonde hair, I can't imagine. But surely if he does it, he like commits. Like surely he gets like the red lobster in his hair and all that stuff. Surely if he's going to do what he may as well commit. Yeah, I know the weather's not great. So that's why it's very low scoring currently. And there's a siren, half-time, 25-33, 8-point margin. Brisbane's still above. The Crows definitely fought back late in that quarter, giving them a lot of hope, and the game's definitely back on their terms heading into the second half. Let me see. How's my boy Darcy Fort going? Predicted him 47 hit-outs and a goal. Hasn't got that goal just yet, but how's he going hit-outs-wise? 21. So he needs 26 hit-outs in the second half. It's not impossible. Will Ashcroft for the 20 disposals already. That's huge. And 80 fantasy. Damn. Lockie Neal and Ashcroft both have 5 clearances. Walker with 3 contested marks. Damn. Free kick counter, 18-13, Adelaide's way. We're on 15 likes, everyone. Let's try and get that to 20 by the end of the stream. Try and get that to 20 by the end of the stream. What are we going to do for half time, everyone? Oh, I said I was going to look at Pat's surreal. To see what punishments he needs to do. So let's see. Which ones do I think he could genuinely get?
Buzz cut and bleach my hair just like Rory Lobb if I don't get at least 2 of these big calls for the week completed. Oh my god. Bont, Libba and Kennedy will combine for 5 or more goals.
Well, that one's wrong.
205 more combined points throughout the game.
Oh, well, that one's really wrong. 205 points combined for this game. Tigers lead for 75% of the game. That's possible, I think.
Tigers lead for 75% or more of the game.
Geelong Cats win every quarter against Gold Coast.
In every quarter.
Giants lead by 60 points at any stage against Port. I don't think they've got that in them.
60 or more points at any stage of the game.
The Eagles will win after trailing at 3/4 time. That's a big call.
In after trailing at 3/4 time. Charlie Curnow.
Although, to be fair, it could be trailing by like 1. Charlie Curnow kicks 5+ against Essendon. I feel like predicting anyone to kick 5+ is not going to be very, very well in your favour.
5 more goals. And I'm going to say
Nick Dacos has 35 touches and 1 goal on Big Freeze. That's fair, I think. What do you think at halftime? Let's just say I'm lucky I'm streaming this, because if I was just watching this by myself, there's no chance I'd still have the game on, because it's pretty dull, very low scoring. But at least I've got chat to chat with me. It would almost be worth my while putting this up on my Instagram story, saying that I'm live, trying to get a few people in to watch. I feel like it could be. How's the stream performing? Pretty averagely, not great. But if there's a big second half, then I might have a viewer spike. If you haven't yet followed me over on Instagram, feel free to go do so now. Sorry for being antisocial at the moment. Just putting this up on my Instagram story. Try and get a few more viewers. Lions have 5 goals, not 4 goals. Yeah, sorry about that. You are right. But yeah, everyone get your chats in. How have you guys seen the game so far? How do I want to... Bro, I'm not trying to do that. I'm not trying to do that. All right, that's good. Get the photo of the thumbnail. It's the wrong thumbnail. Damn. All right. All right, that's good. Post that to my story. All right. Sorry about that, everyone. It's been okay. It really hasn't. It's been a pretty bad game. Let's face it. It's been a very, very poor game of football. Also, is anyone in the chat like really into team coach? Because I'm not crazy into team coach anymore, to be brutally honest with you. Like I do. I shouldn't say that I'm not into it. I do. I am sort of into team coach, but is this the right pile? For anyone who has any knowledge, not really. It's annoying because I've got these a few really good cards, a few rare cards, and I want to know how much they're worth. I was really hoping someone in chat could help me out with this. Yeah, these two. Well, Star Powers, like I assume this is like what, $20? I assume that's probably worth like $20, the team Star Powers. But how much is this worth? How much is that worth? Do you reckon? Well, that might almost be worth Googling. What's the? I think it's gold. It's sculpture wildcard. So, team coach, gold, sculpture wildcard. How much is it worth? As if they're $20. What the hell? As if they're not more than that. I was really hoping that was like hundreds. I was praying that was like 100. Damn. So I'm really not making much on that. I reckon I can make $30, maybe 40 from it. Genuinely. If I put that on sale, I reckon I get $40 for that. How about the team star powers? Team coach. Team star powers. 2025. How much is that worth? Someone's selling a Jordan Dawson regular star powers for $75. No one's really selling team star powers. I feel like that'd probably be like $20 as well. I said Jared Berry would be best on. He has 18 in the first half. That's not bad. It's not a bad prediction, to be fair by you. How do you rate that? Should I chuck on the... Yeah, I probably should. I'll chuck on the... no, but I hate wearing beanies, bro. They fucking make my head itchy. I was going to chuck on the Big Freeze beanie, but they make my head itchy, so I'm not going to. But it's a good cause. It is a good cause, but I just hate wearing beanies. I will be wearing one on Monday's game, though. Come on, Jesse. You're watching Friday Night Footy on Fox. Bruh. At times like this, I wish I had the popularity as someone like Pat, We can just read chat at halftime to kill my boredom, I suppose. Because at least during the quarters, if chat's not too active, I can just commentate on the game. But unfortunately, I can't do that right now. Don't stop me now, having a good time, having a good time. Super shiny man, I do. What's the like counter on the stream at the moment? 16, as I said earlier. Let's try and get it to 20. Well, I've been the only one writing in chat. Yeah, for a little bit you have. So far at halftime, you have been. It's just like I do appreciate you sticking around for halftime because that's when all the viewers drop off because the game's not on. So I do appreciate you sticking around. Let's get to 50 likes. Well, the like goes 20 at the moment, and if we get that, hopefully, if we get that by 3/4 time, I reckon we can get 25. I say at halftime, yeah, and I appreciate that. I do appreciate that. Now that AFL Talks has said let's get to 50 likes, what's the likes? Likes just get fucking botted. Don't stop me now. Having a good time. Having a good time. Wayne Newman, how we going, bro? Welcome to the stream. Try and stick around till third quarter, if you can. Been at Kemsio. Where's that? Kemsio. I don't actually know what that is. He's a very good YouTuber. Wayne's a very good YouTuber. Or I am. Is that what you're saying? It's my birthday on Sunday. Well, happy birthday. I will be streaming on Sunday, but I'll say happy birthday now anyway. Happy birthday, bro. How old are you turning? How old are you turning? Yeah, cheers for that, Bob Bell. Appreciate it. 14. Really? I thought you were older than that. 14. Nice. SA phrase. Is anyone attending the Monday's game for Big Freeze? Anyone else attending that game? I actually don't know of any YouTubers that are going to that game. Like, there will be others that go to that, but I'm the only person that I know of that's going to that game. I don't think Pat's going. I feel like he's not going. I feel like I remember him saying that. I was going to go, but now I can't. Why can't you go? Why cannot you go? Don't. So there was a big freeze in South Australia today, which I didn't know of. You know what I will say? I never knew this, but like King's birthday is different in like other states. I'm pretty sure. Like King's birthday in Victoria is on Monday. But I think King's birthday in Queensland is like October, which I never knew. Because obviously King's birthday holiday isn't actually the King's birthday. When is the King's actual birthday? When is the King's actual birthday? When is the King birthday? 9th of June 2025. No, that's not his actual birthday, that though. When is the King's real birthday? Yeah, the King's real birthday is on the 14th of November. When is the King's birthday in Queensland? Yeah, in Queensland it's the 6th of October. When is it? Is Sydney the same? In Sydney, hold on. In Sydney, it's still the 9th of June. How about Perth? In Perth, it's the 29th of September. Tasmania, it's the same. Northern Territory, it's the same. But yeah, it's different in other states. WA's King's birthday isn't, in September. Yeah, it's weird. But and then like no one actually has the holiday on his actual birthday, which is the 14th of November. Just Have you watched every game in 2024? In 2024, I don't remember, to be honest. 14th of November is my birthday. Really? So you're basically the king. Bulldogs in 5. Bulldogs don't beat good teams, Tyler. Hate to break it to you, they don't beat good teams. And Hawthorn, as a team who's been in very poor form the last few weeks, that win against the Dogs might just have been enough to get them up and going again. Who have the Dogs got next week? I genuinely want to look at the Dogs fixture for the rest of the year. I want to know whether or not I think they make finals this year. Well, next week they got St Kilda, which they'll win. They'll beat Richmond the following week. Sydney at the SCG. I still think Bulldogs get up. You just have an easy ass fixture the next few weeks. The next 4 games you should all win. Dogs should beat St Kilda. Dogs should beat Richmond. Dogs should beat Sydney. Dogs should beat North Melbourne. You will lose to Adelaide. You will lose to Brisbane. Against Essendon, I actually think Essendon beat you. Giants, you bet Giants last time, so I'll back his again there. He's probably beat Melbourne. Yeah, you don't actually have that hard of a fixture. You should make finals still, but you won't make top 4. You're definitely ruled out of the top 4. We can. Hawks can't make top 4. You should definitely make finals though. My sister did that. Did what? We're going to beat Pies and the granny. He's going to have to make the granny first, let alone make a prelim. And besides, you got to be able to beat the Pies, which you clearly can't do, which was proven last week. Collingwood sucks. Well, that's just not true. We're considering we're top of the ladder. And okay, well, Dale, just keep in mind that was not me that did that. Tyler just timed you out for 24 hours. So check Hawkball fixture. You probably have an easy fixture because I feel like he's reversed all the hardish teams. Next week against Adelaide in Tassie. If that was at Adelaide Oval, I'd back Adelaide, but in Tassie, that could be a good game. Hawks v Adelaide. That'll be a close game, I reckon. But you should win that. You beat North, you beat St Kilda, you beat Fremantle, you beat Port Adelaide, you beat Carlton, then you got Adelaide again. But this one's at the Adelaide Oval, so I'll back Adelaide. You got Collingwood, I'll back Collingwood. Melbourne, you'll beat. Yeah, you just have a similar fixture to the Bulldogs. It's sort of easy to the point where you should make the 8. We have a tough. You do not have a tough fixture. You have like 50% hard games, 50% easy games. As for the Pies, though, I think we have some easy games coming up. Although I know we have Gold Coast away, which I think we'll lose that. We'll beat Melbourne this week. We'll beat St Kilda the following game. We'll beat West Coast. We'll beat Carlton. Gold Coast, in Gold Coast, I think we'll lose. We'll beat Fremantle. We'll beat Richmond. Pies v Lions. That'll be close, but I think we win that. At the MCG, we smashed them by 50. I think we beat the Lions again. We'll beat the Hawks. I think we beat the Crows again. And we'll beat Melbourne. So I think we probably, for the rest of the season, I think we lose 2 games. 2 or 3 games I think we lose for the rest of the season. And that's if we keep up this form. If we keep up this form, I think we lose at most 3 games for the rest of the season. And that'll... Rayner for the first goal of the third. Update this to say third quarter. Gin, how we going, bro? Keys takes a mark. Rain is very, very bad. What's going on? Not too much. Game's pretty dull, to say the least. I said that neither team would score over 80 points, and it looks like I'm going to get that prediction correct. Can I ask about the one you stream tomorrow? You can. I could just say what I'm going to do tomorrow night, but realistically, I'm going to be the only one that's thought of doing this. Like, it's not crazy original, but like I'm going to be the only one who would have thought of this, and I don't want anyone to steal it from me. So, because if I do it and then if I say it, then there'll be about I know of at least one person who would definitely copy that idea. I'm not gonna let that happen. Oh yes, what a play! O'Brien grabs it out the ruck, gets the quick hands to Rochelle. Rochelle quick snap at goals and absolutely nails that. Now within 4 points. So you can ask the question if you want, Bob Bell, but depending on how revealing the question is, I probably won't answer it. But there's also a chance I don't do the stream tomorrow because I've been invited to my old neighbour's house. My family's been invited to my old neighbour's house just for a catch-up. My mum's like, you don't have to go, but I'd prefer if you did come. So I'm like, I don't know. I might go, I might not, but ideally I want to stay at home and do the stream. Here we go. Could this be a chance? Adelaide, get it out. Defensive 50. Long ball. And a defensive and a intercept mark has been taken. Does it have anything with the AFL? It is footy related, yeah. It is footy related. But I'm not streaming the Giants game. Like it's not a Giants point they watch along. $31 to 34 here in the third quarter. You wouldn't have thought I'd say that, but yes, the scores are actually that low. But like I'll tell you what, it's these fucking graveyard games, these games that are so low scoring, so dull throughout, that always end up being the thrillers. I'm telling you, this will have some crazy finish. Final 2 minutes, you won't know. You literally will not know who's going to win the game until the final 20 seconds. Like, these are the type of games that end up being good ones. Like, having good finishes. Like, watch this. No team will score over 60 points, but Eric Hipwood will win the game for the Lions after the siren. Like, these are the type of games where that stuff happens. Like, I'm pretty sure it was Essendon Gold Coast last year where Mac Andrew kicked a goal after the siren. I don't think that was a very entertaining game from memory. But I think that was kind of low scoring. I don't think either team scored over 80. Or maybe they did. But I don't know. From memory, I don't think that was a very entertaining game. But I would like a close finish. Just so I want something crazy to happen in today's game, just so I can get the clip for TikTok. I know what you are streaming. Do you now? If you do know, don't say what it is in the chat. Give me a hint on what it could be. Just give like a clue. Give like a clue on what it could be. Don't say it because I know. And then I'll just say whether or not you're right. Here we go. Hipwood thrown over the line and will now be a throw in from the umpire. Well, no shit. It's not going to be a fucking throw in from Neil Dannett. As soon as you said it is AFL, I know. As soon as you said it is AFL, well, what is it then? You know what? Say what it is in the chat. Sorry about that, guys. We should be back now. We should be back. We should be back up and running. Let me just double check. Yeah, we good. We are back at it, ladies and gents. Also, Brisbane did get a goal while I was fixing the stream. Apologies for that. I don't know what happened. I went back to the YouTube page and it just said that something went wrong, and I don't know what. But yeah. Peatling, that is probably the worst kick of the game. That is arguably the worst kick of the game and the worst kick all season. I wouldn't mind seeing the replay from Peatling there, because if that was an attempt at goal, that will go down as the worst kick of the year. But if he was attempting to go to his teammate, it was a bad kick, but it wasn't that bad. But if that was an attempt at goal, that would be the worst kick of the year. Still reckon Adelaide get it? I think Adelaide still get up, despite the inaccuracy. Despite the inaccuracy, I still think Adelaide will get up. And I hope they do, because I got last night's tip wrong, and if I get this tip wrong, I'm going to be 0-2 in tipping, and that's really not that motivating. I'm actually not going that bad in tips, considering most creators aren't doing too well. G'day, Birdo. How we going, bro? Welcome back. Levi Ashcroft kicks inside the 50. Archie drops the mark. Should have gone to Bailey, I think, from Ashcroft as Bailey was open. Better go to the open man rather than the one-on-one, despite the one-on-one having Callum Archie. Here we go. Berry kicks it inside 50. And we'll now go out of bounds. A stoppage will occur inside Lions 50. At this rate, neither team's going to score over 60. I said neither team were going to score over 80. And at this rate, no team's going to score over 60. But I think 60 points does it. Like, if either team scores 60 points, they've won. Like, at this rate. And I understand that it's very wet and it's a bit hard, but I don't know. Here we go. Darcy Fort! Oh, come on, Fort! Put this one through. For anyone who wasn't in the stream at the start, I predicted Darcy Fort to have 47 hitouts and a goal. Okay? If he kicks this, all I need is the hitouts. Come on, Darcy. Is he a good set shot? Does anyone know? Does anyone know if he's a good set shot? I don't know. Come on, Darcy. Darcy Fort, come on. I'm going to go nuts if he kicks this. Darcy Fort. Kick a goal from 50 out. Get in. He's missed. That's right. He'll have another chance. He'll have another opportunity. Come on. I think I just updated that to say he kicked the goal. He did not kick the goal. He missed. Do you know I make all my vids with my face? Do you? Well, that's good then, I guess. I don't know why you didn't used to show your face. It just doesn't make sense. You're definitely going to have a lot more potential if you show your face. Even... My setup's not the best. Well, to be fair, my setup's not crazy. It's just my bed, and then I've got the jerseys. And I've got stuff on that side that you can't see when I'm doing watch-alongs, but when I'm doing just chattings, you can see it all. But yeah, I do. I'm trying to convince my parents to let me move all my YouTube stuff into a different room, and I can have like a proper setup in a different room. Hopefully. But that might not be until the off season when I make that move, because it's going to be a big move. The room set us peak. Yeah, cheers for that, AFL. I do appreciate it. I feel like mine's very, I don't know, clean, I suppose you could say. It doesn't really look too messy. There's not too much stuff going on in the background. So I think that's a benefit of mine. Something to ask you. Go ahead, AFL. Not AFL. Go ahead, Bob Bell. Here we go. Will this be an Adelaide goal? It won't. Will it fall short? Oh, Dawson's almost marked on the goal line. One-handed. It's all right. Zorko kicks out of defensive 50. Yeah. This is what you call Friday night footy. Ideally, you don't want this to be Friday night footy. This is a very dull game. But for anyone who wasn't in the chat before, I was saying, like, these games, these dull games where it's very low scoring, these are the games that end up being thrillers. Like, these are the games where you don't know who's going to win until, like, the final 20 seconds. These are the type of games where you see goals after the signs, the games where you see, I don't know, Will Ashcroft game winners in kicking from the boundary. I don't know, like, you see stuff like that in these games. It's stuff you probably don't often see in highest scoring games, believe it or not. Yeah, I saw that off the AFL. So he's going to be, unless both teams have an absolute cracker in the fourth quarter, doesn't look like he's going to be getting that one. How many hitouts is Darcy Ford on? He needs 47. He needs to get to 47 at some stage. 30. That's so good. If I get spot on with that prediction, that's crazy. If I get spot on with that prediction, that's going to be nuts. But I still need him to kick a goal. And big goals, yeah. That's actually fucking gross. Oh my god. Oh, that's actually fucking gross. This stuff's in my ear and I just put that in my mouth. That's gross. That's actually fucking gross. I didn't realize what I was doing until I took it out. I forgot I was going to ask. I'll chill. It's all good. Rankin sent it down the wing. Boundary throw in. Rucks go at it. Come on, Fort. I think both Ruckmans missed that one. Rochelle. High ball. And a mark will be taken. The Crows will send it inside 50. Who's going to mark? No one. And Walker attempted to keep it in, but ends up over the boundary. 8 minutes 10 left here in the third quarter. Inside Adelaide's 50 is going to be a boundary throw in. O'Brien wins it. Levi Ashcroft gets the small kick. No one's going to get there. Loman fumbles over the line. Has anyone in the chat seen any bit of my new short form content? I posted the short I posted today on YouTube. Or maybe you saw it on TikTok or Instagram or something like that. Has anyone seen it yet? If so, what do you guys think of it? Are we going to get back to what we was talking about before the lag? I don't remember what we were saying before the lag, to be honest. I can't say AFL. But Bell. Preoccupied with Mario Kart though, lol. Yeah, right. That's kind of funny. Oh yeah. You were right. You were right. I thought I answered that before the stream lagged out, but clearly not. I think it's a unique idea, and I feel like that'll get me more views than a GWSB Port Adelaide watch along. But yeah, like I said, there's a chance I won't go through with it because I might be out tomorrow night and I might not be able to do it. Dunkley kicks inside the 50. Good spoil by Keane, and it'll end up going through for a behind. And say that combined scores will be less. Yeah, you're probably going to be right about that, to be honest. What's this combined now? It's 74. Less than 110. Yeah, you'd probably be spot on about that. Rochelle kicks inside 50. Who's going to be first to it? It's Zorko, who drags along the line. Here we go. Boundary throw in. Good tap. Keys misses it. Rochelle drops it. Berry, was he taken high? Who knows? Fogarty, it's been smothered. Charlie Cameron gets the kick. Sends towards the pocket. Strong mark by Bailey. Now towards the outer wing. It's a mark by, I think that's Logan Morris. Stalker Dubala, he did. Not 15, says the ump. Where have you heard that before? Never mind, there's Morris. So it wasn't Morris who kicked it earlier. Morris kicks inside 50. It's Charlie Cameron. He can't get the grab. Will they move out offensive 50 here? The Crows do. And turns it straight over to Hipwood. It's cold. Yeah, it has been cold the last few days. Especially today. Today was freezing. Like it was only like 8 degrees today, right? Which is cold, but it felt like it was like 2 degrees, even less. Because I went down to the footy oval today to film that video. Morris. He's kicked 20 goals, 9 this season. Can he make that 21 goals? Very tight angle, but Rochelle kicked one from here earlier. And that's going to go out in the full. AFL Talks, W. Is this actually AFL Talks? It is. You made that profile picture very quickly. Probably should have spent more time on it, I feel. Event City today was freezing. Yeah. I don't think the weather. Well, obviously it's raining. It was raining in Adelaide, but it doesn't look like it is still. But I assume it's not going to be very warm. Rankin gets the kick. Who's going to be first to it? Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Close, scrappy game. It's not decent though. It's very, very poor. I suppose you could say it's a great punch, but it's going to work. Oh, open goal. Oh. Oh, I thought that was going to be one of the best tackles of the year. Holy shit, he snuck it in. And that'll be a goal for the Crows. 4-point margin. Huge. If there's any time you guys are going to want to stay in the chat, it's now. Heading into the fourth quarter. It's going to be a huge fourth quarter. Only 3 minutes left in this one. Can we have a late goal by the Crows, give them the lead? Can they lead at the end of a quarter for the first time? We have a game here. Now we have a game. Now we do have a game. You know, the AFL fan. The first half it was a bit boring, but now it's getting a bit interesting. It's just whether I think the Crows still get up, but it's whether or not the inaccuracy kills them. Consider streaming tonight, but was feeling pretty crook. Yeah, fair enough. I was going to stream last night's game, but I chose just to spend the time editing because I want to get a video out this weekend, but I'm not going to have the time to get it out. And Rayner, the quick response, handballs into Cameron. Cameron kicks it from the goal line. That was a quick response by the Lions. Weren't going to let the Crows have that last one. Crows coming back big time. Yeah, it looks like that, but Brisbane just kicked a goal to respond quickly to them. So back out to 10 points now. And we'll rely on each other. Here we go. Towards the wing. But you're up to the stream. Your boy, Dogs fan, day in the life. How we going, bro? Oh, that's a beautiful mark by Berry. Frustrating game, and AFL Talks just swapped back to his old profile picture. Interesting. Don't know why he's done that. In the wet too. What a mark. Yeah, it was a beautiful mark. Fortunately, he couldn't do a whole lot with it. O'Brien wins the head out. It's Neil. Gets the hands. Now it's Will Ashcroft. Runs down the middle. Gets the hands. Fletcher gets the kick. Archie. Cameron. Handballs. Back to Ashcroft. Ashcroft for handball. It's going to go back to him from 50 metres out. Gets the hands again. He's had 4 disposals in this one play. He's going to go back to him. Get to it, Ashcroft. Go for goal. This is yours, mate. Passes it. Gets the kick. Does the team player thing. Eric Hipple gets the hands. Sends towards the square. No one's going to get the goal. Or whose free kick is it going to go to? Adelaide free kick. How many games tomorrow? 3? Is it 2 or 3? I think it's been 2 today. There's 2 on Sunday. That'll be 4. Yeah, so there'll be 3 tomorrow. There's 8 games this week. Okay, is it St Kilda and Freo who have the bye this week? St Kilda definitely do. I think it might be Fremantle or the other one. And there we go. There's a mark by McCluggage. Will he line up for goal here or will he pass this one off? A minute 30 left. To kick this goal for the Lions would be huge. Hugh McCluggage to bring their team score to 54 points. I'll tell you what. That's not going to miss. No, it's not going to go in, I mean. 7 goals, 7. I love your first ever vid. Well, my first vid on the channel isn't actually my first ever vid, so I can't imagine you would have seen my first ever vid because that was like middle of last year. No, middle of 2023. Maybe earlier. Might have been beginning of 2023. But it wasn't an AFL video. That's why it's not on the channel anymore. Loman! Here we go. Cobra Kai. The Cobra. Bro, where is it? Where is it? Don't kick it yet. Hold it up. Hold it up. Don't kick yet. What are you doing, Kai? Hold it up. What are you doing? I think it's in the fucking wash. Oh, he's got it. No, he's missed. He's missed. He's fucking missed it. No, he's got it. No. Bro, where is it? Don't tell me it's this one. Bro, I've lost it. No. Bro, I have a Kai Loman t-shirt. I was going to quickly put it on. Bro, where is this gone, man? Is it in here? It must be in the wash. I must have worn it earlier this week. But I don't think I did. Fucking hell, I found it. I just found it. Are you serious? Are you serious? I just found it. Okay, well, that was a waste of time. I mean, you never know. He could maybe kick another goal, but he kicked 3 goals last week, so you never know what he's got in store for the rest of this game, but damn it. Thought that was going to be a bit of a fun part of the stream. 3/4 time, there we have it. The Lions got that last goal. Bring their score to 55, 38 to 55. The Crows are going to have to have their best quarter of the game here in the 4th quarter if they want to get the upper hand. They're going to have to kick 3 goals for the lead, and that's implying that they leave the Lions goalless, which is not going to happen. You wouldn't have thought. Zane, welcome to the stream. After Tigers tomorrow, I'm going to the game in front of the girls. Yeah, nice. Arguably wouldn't have been a bad game to go to. Arguably wouldn't be that bad of a game to go to. My 3/4 time tip is Adelaide by 1. Kick after the siren. Who's going to kick that goal after the siren then, Ox AFL? Who's going to kick that one? Who are the Tigers playing? They've got the Swans. The big Fogarty. I'll screenshot that right now, Octa AFL. I'll screenshot that. And if that is correct, I'll transfer you $20 or something. I don't know. Your channel changed since the AFL price is right. What do you mean changed? We're at 20 likes, by the way, everyone. So let's try and get to 25 by the end of the stream if we can. We will easily beat the Swans. I don't know about easily. I think I have tipped you though, so I hope you do get up. I'm going to give the Tigers the chance this week. I should update this to say 3/4 time. Get inside. Well, good mark. Oh, I thought you said good mark. Good point. Yeah. Don't know where I got good mark from. I'm going to pick out a random team coach card, and you guys are going to have to try and guess who it is, all right? Oh, here we go. I think Octa AFL's a Sydney supporter. This bloke, he plays for the Swans. It's Blake, he plays for the Swans. He's a forward. Debuted in 2020. Who do you guys think it is? Bro, Octa AFL, man, you're a fake fan. I know, but which year is this? This is this year's cards. 2025 team coach, but that doesn't matter. He's a Sydney player. He's a forward, and he debuted in 2020. So he's been in the AFL for 5 years. Will Hayward, maybe? Nope. He's a tall forward. And I sillily a word, but I stupidly tipped this player to win the Coleman, and then he got fucking injured. So and he actually did all right the first few rounds. He was leading it at some stage, I think. You should get that now. Joel Amati, yeah, it is. It is Joel Amati. I'm gonna give that another go. I'm gonna pull out another card. No, I don't want that card. Here you go. Brisbane Lions player. He's not playing tonight, and he didn't play in the grand final. Yeah, it is Oscar McInerney. Well, they're all going to be current players, AFL Tours, because this is from this year's team coach. What's this one? Okay, maybe I shouldn't see that one. It was Noah Bolter. Maybe I shouldn't have done that one because I know for a fact what my clue would have been. And it probably wasn't appropriate for stream. Okay. Here you go. Port Adelaide player. He's a Port Adelaide player. I think he's relatively young, no? Debuted in 2019. Is arguably one of their best players at the moment. It's not Zach Butters, because I know that's someone people will say. After talks with Zach rips out Zach Butters straight away. It's not Zach Butters, it's the other very talented bloke. Connor Rosie, it is. Ding, ding, ding. All right. Fourth quarter getting underway in moments, and just a few moments now. Put your final predictions in the chat. Who's going to get up by how much? AFL, tip the Crows by points. Darcy Fogarty after the siren. I'm still going to back the Crows to get the job done. They'll have their best quarter of the game, and I think they'll win by 5. Also, Darcy Ford's on 34 hit-outs. I predicted him to have 47 hit-outs and a goal. Okay, so I need him to kick a goal this quarter, and I need him to get 13 hit-outs in this quarter, and it's doable. It's going to be doable. All right, come on, Darcy. And he had a shot on goal earlier. That was his chance. I don't think he's going to have another shot on goal, to be honest, but he had a shot on goal earlier and missed. So it's the fourth quarter. Let me center that real quick. Lions by 7. I took Crows by 7. Sam Berry is the clutch player. How about that? Fogarty with the early strike. And here we go. I think I just said Fogarty, but Riley Thilthorpe is who I meant to say. And that's huge. That is huge. How about that, everyone? 11 points the margin after an early goal. Jesus. Great goal. I didn't even see the goal. I just looked up and saw there was a goal. Let's look at the replay on this. Yeah, solid goal. Of just 3 steps from 45, I'd say. Brisbane defender probably could have caught up to that if he was sprinting at his full pace. That's pretty bad. Punishment: if Crows win after the siren, you have to drink a litre of milk. I don't even think I have milk at the moment. No, I don't, because I had cereal this morning and I used the last of it. So I don't actually have milk at the moment. I'm not going to bother going to go buy milk. I'll do something if there isn't after the siren. I'll do something. Like I'm not just gonna leave it though. I will do something. But if Darcy Fogarty kicks a goal after the siren, I already have to transfer Octa AFL $20. Oh, how about that, Keysy? Ben Keys lining up to bring the margin to 5 points. How about that? The comeback is nuts. After a very poor start to the game, first 3 quarters, the Crows are going to have a chance to kick 2 goals in the first 2 minutes of the fourth quarter. After going goalless in the first quarter, after kicking at one point being, I think it was 0 goals 6. Ben Keys kicks second of the game from 45. He's typically a good kick, and he's stepping up for the occasion. How about this for some Friday night footy? I take back everything I said about this game being boring. There's going to be a huge fourth quarter. Everyone stick around. This is going to be huge. This is a KFC LFG moment. It's KFC FLG, not LFG, but I see what you're trying to do there. Because it's finger licking good, not licking finger good. That'd be a bit weird if it was licking finger good, wouldn't it? Here we go. No one can get it off the ground here. The Crows, don't tell me they're going to get another. Never mind. Archie with the possession. Good tackle. New haircut? Newish. I got it on Wednesday. Tuesday? No, I think it was Tuesday, yeah. But yeah, it's newish, I guess. Low type of fade with the messy fringe. That would be crazy. What would that look like? Tiger Millen, how you going? You'd be pretty keen about this week. Got the Swans, so if there's, I don't know if you've been to any games this year, Millen, but if there's a game that you're going to go to this year, I'd recommend going to the Tigers v Swans game. Definitely recommend it because it might be worth your while. I got a haircut yesterday. Yeah, nice. I get haircuts every 3 weeks, right? Because I like to have short hair. But I will say, I've had this one haircut for about 2. How about that from Jordan Dawson? On the back of his own teammate. He'll now line up for goal. This will be huge. Jordan Dawson, the captain of the Crows, to give them the lead from 50 out. Don't tell me he's got it. Oh my God. And the Crows are back. The Crows are back in Adelaide. Can you believe it? They've got the margin. They've got the 1-point margin. They've kicked 3 goals in 4 minutes. This is a team that went goalless in the entire first quarter. And it's Dawson to put them in front. How about that? How about that one, ladies and gents? But back to what I was saying, yeah. So I think next time, I've had this haircut for like 3 years almost, right? And I want to switch it up next time. So if there's any haircuts, and like I want genuine haircut suggestions, what haircut should I get? Because I think is it called a drop fade? I think that's what it's called. I was gonna get that, but then I was sort of like, is it a drop? Yeah, drop fade. I was considering that, but I'm sort of like, I don't know. I don't know if that'd really suit me. Yeah, I've got faith the Tigers this week after our performance against the Giants. Yeah. Here we go. Eric Hipwood going to line up now to get not a low taper fade. I don't think I'd look good with a low taper fade, to be honest. And I know you probably said that as a joke, but yeah. Nah, from a tight angle, Eric Hipwood's not good from this position. I don't often back Eric Hipwood from directly in front either, to be honest. Just although he's been good. I don't know. From outside 50, I think he does struggle from outside 50. That's all I'll say. 50, yeah, that's what I'm saying. If it's 50 meters or more, he struggles. I think from 35 on any angle, he probably kicks it most of the time. So unless it's from like the boundary and all that. But I don't know. Here we go. The Crows. Fort! Go for goal, son. Rayner. Archie! It misses. And I actually forgot to update the Crows score earlier. I forgot to update the Crows score. No, I was going crazy about the Dawson goal that I actually forgot to update their score. So But the scores are leveled. Scores are leveled. Which is crazy to think considering how different this game was at quarter time. Inside 50 for the Lions again. Who's going to get the possession here? Is it going to be a Crow defender or an Adelaide forward? It's going to be a ball up regardless. Here we go. 14 minutes exactly left on the clock here in the fourth. You are like your dad? I am. In what way? Fort gets the kick. Inside 50 for the Lions. Who's going to be first to it? Bailey. Morris. Kicks. Through Rayner's hands. Beautiful tackle by Hipwood. Facial and personality. Personality, I suppose. Yeah, I was going to say facial. I feel like we don't really look that similar, but I feel like I look a lot more like my mum rather than my dad. But my sister looks a lot more like my dad than my mum. So, I feel like me and my dad have pretty similar personalities, I suppose. Walker. Oh, I on the ball any day of the week. Oh, I was going to say, I thought umpires paid ball up. I was going to say that's crazy if it's a ball up. JJ's welcome to the chat. How we going, bro? Good time to be in the chat. It's going to be a huge, huge game. Congrats on 8K. Cheers for that. Rayner! Misses, but they've got the lead now, and that could come in handy late in the game. That 1 point could come in handy late in the game. Phil Thorpe, high ball. Who's going to get to it? Keys. Rochelle! No. Oh! Come on! Josh Rochelle has given the Crows their lead straight back. That is nuts. Oh my goodness. That's 62 to 57. What a thriller. That's what I was saying. I was saying this earlier. I literally said this in the third quarter. I think it was second quarter. Maybe it was halftime. I don't know. It was very early in the game. I said that this game is very, very dull and low scoring and all that. But I also said that these are the type of games, the low scoring, dull games are always the games that end up being thrillers. And this is what I'm talking about. It's never the high scoring games that end up being thrillers. It's always the low scoring ones where you never know who's going to win until like the final 20 seconds. Like what were the scores last year for the Mac Andrew goal after the siren? I feel like it was like 70 to something. Like I think that was like a low scoring game. I'm going to check that. Because I'm pretty sure that was a pretty dull game. And I streamed that game. And I was talking about how dull the game was. And then they ended up winning after the siren. Oh, no. It was a bit high. 90. Wait, no. That's the wrong one. Must have been later in the year. 86, 87. Okay. That wasn't too low scoring. Angus Jones, welcome to the stream. I want the Crows to win because I've tipped them. But, like, I just want to see a thriller. Like, that'd be nuts. Oi! Gus Footy. Welcome to Aussie Rookies. Become a member. Appreciate that heaps. W in the chat for Angus Jones. I was saying earlier that I was surprised you or Main Stallion haven't joined the stream yet because obviously used to like Brisbane supporters, but because it's in Adelaide, I wouldn't have thought either of you should be at the game. But you've joined the stream, and you definitely want to. I'm assuming you've turned the game off, so you might want to stick around in my stream. Main Stallion isn't doing AFL shit anymore. Yeah, he's doing more rugby, isn't he? Oh no, he's doing his music. I actually don't know, to be honest. But I'm pretty sure I think he's still going on his main channel. I think he's just prioritizing his music channel more. Main Stallion will be good in the community. What do you mean? Oh, he's kicked into the man on the mark. Ashcroft! Give it to Darcy Ford! Give it to Darcy Ford! I don't even know if Darcy Ford's on the ground right now. But, oh, that's so bad. He quit because he got bullied and shit. Did he quit? Did he quit, like, entirely? He quit the AFL. Did he actually? Not gonna lie, Razor will be going for the community in one more year. To be honest, he hasn't really uploaded anymore anyway, Razor Footy. I haven't talked to Razor Footy in probably months. I haven't talked to him in ages. Like, it's not really, I don't have an issue with him. I just don't really talk to him anymore. But I do give props to Razor Footy. Like, the area that he lives in, it's like really hard to make content, which is why, because I make AFL content because you can't actually go to games or anything. Don't tell me he's missed. Yeah, is that on the full? Yeah, it's on the full, I think. But yeah, I think Razor Footy's making the most of what he can in the area that he lives in. As for Crows like Coast Club and all that, like I feel like Coast Club, he has been. I'll give Coast Club credit as well. Like he actually has been uploading a lot more lately. But I feel like Coast Club isn't reaching the potential that he could be in the area that he lives in. I was saying that I wouldn't be shocked if Coast Club quit YouTube this year, but it seems like he's starting to post a bit more now. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see, I guess. I think that's why crowds like Egg Footy and Riles Macca get away with a lot of stuff in the community because they obviously like they're very limited with the games they can go. Like I'm lucky that I live in Victoria and I can go to a lot of games. But if you live it like in any other state like Perth, Sydney, Brisbane, you know, like Queensland or whatever, like you're very limited on what you can do, and that's a goal. Keys, he can't believe he kicked it either. How about that? But yeah, you're very limited on like content you can make because of the area that you live in. There's only a few maximum 2 games a week in the state that you live in. But the reason Riles Macca and Egg Footy are so big is because the content that they make isn't necessarily vlogs and going out and doing stuff with creators. It's more, you know, like analysis and documentaries and all that. Keys couldn't believe that he kicks that. That's nuts. Gay airplane. Hoi! JG's. Two people. 2 people with the the membership. But I do appreciate you guys' support. I find Royal Macca boring. Well, people could say the same about you, AFL Talks. So, I mean, I don't want to talk shit, but like, there's a reason why Royal Macca has a much bigger following than you do. I mean, I'm sure you didn't mean that in a rude way, but he's arguably top 5 in the community. Although I will say, I don't think he's boring. He is quite entertaining. But I enjoy watching the more out and about sort of videos rather than the sit down videos. That's why I don't watch anyone's tipping videos or anything, because I just find sit down videos quite dull. And I make sit down video. I make a tipping video every week. Is that a goal? No, that's touch. Surely I think you got to review that, but it could be touch. Nah, it's touch. It's touch in the other week. But yeah, I prefer more out and about type videos. There's sometimes AFL videos that they might be entertaining, but because they sit down videos, I just give them a pass. And I hate making sit down videos, but sometimes I just have to make them just to fill in a week's worth of content. I'm not good, but like when I watch content, I don't think highly. No, I still think Ross Macca's top 10 in the community easily. Also, Brisbane are on 58, meaning that there is a 10-point margin. And Brisbane have ended up being the more inaccurate team now, which is semi-surprising. Fort with the big hands. That's a beautiful handball to Lohman. Lohman sets it up. Couldn't get to it though, and that will now be another behind. I don't know if Lohman was going for home there or if he was trying to pass it off. I think it was a bit of both. I think he was originally going for home, saw Archie last minute, tried to swing it to him, and then sort of just ended up like that. It's absolutely nuts how much gold miner round of view content is. Yeah, I haven't watched any of that for you. I haven't watched any of that on your channel, AFL. I have seen it pop up though. I don't take it personally. I didn't watch Egg Footy's version of it either, but I feel like that's the type of content that probably is just easy views. I mean, it's not the best sort of content to be posting, but it's the way I guess it could work, depending on what you choose to benefit from YouTube. Solid hands. Fletcher fumbles. Gets the hands though. Levi Ashcroft it is. Zorko inside 50. Turns the footy over. Jay Tomo, are we calling at 3 a.m. to gossip again? I've got stuff to film. I'm working on an AFL 26 video that I want to get out this weekend, and it's not looking likely that I am going to get it out. I actually might call you tonight. It's either I edit the AFL 26 video or I make graphics for tomorrow's stream. Maybe I'll call you, Gus. We'll see. Welcome, Jimbo, to the chat. I think highly of you. Cheers for the AFL talks. I feel like my content this year has been... I mean, maybe you guys disagree. Maybe you guys think my content this year has been fucking garbage and you think that I deserve to just quit YouTube. But I feel like my content this year has been a lot better than what it was last year. I think I've improved. But maybe you guys don't agree. Beautiful spoil. That'll bring their score to 60 points now. They need to be careful with all these points because that could come back to haunt them. Adelaide rushing all these behinds. Because they've almost got enough behinds to the point where they could be within 6 points. Jay tomorrow, aren't you quitting? Yeah, like CJ Coast. Quit YouTube right now. Yeah, I've been considering it. I've been considering it. R.I.P. UCAT. UCAT's not gone. Like he doesn't upload any as much on his AFL channel, but he's still going at it on UCAT FC. UCAT's still going on his soccer channel. Fly Alice Springs and do an overnight stream, and I'll say you're the goat. Maybe I'll just come over to your house, Jimbo, and I'll do an overnight stream there. We can have a sleepover together. How about that? Free kick. Is that going to Brisbane? Hold on. It is. Zach Bailey free kick. Chat, who do I gossip with, Jay, Tomo, or Huz? No, the Huz isn't important. Gossip with me. Cheers for the $2 though, Gus. Appreciate it. Bailey can't afford to be missing this. He's already got 1 goal today. Can he get the second to bring it within 2 points? He's missed. He's fucking missed. That's out on the full. Is that on the full? Oh my god, it is. That is the worst miss of the day. The fact that that's out on the full is crazy. That is so bad. Premiership player, by the way. Premiership player, by the way. Lockie Neal kicks inside 50. Oh, he shot the Mark Morris. Is that a high contact? Is that a high fend off? It's going to go in the air for a ball up. Fort wins the head out. Fort gets the hands. What an impact he's had today. Beautiful tap. The Cluggage gets the hands. Archie! Archie! No, he has not kicked that. Did he kick that? Is that in? Shut up. That's it. He did not kick that. There's no way. Did that go in? They're score reviewing it. If that's in, that's nuts. You can't tell. You can't tell. They're going to have to go off the umpire's call, and it's going to be paid behind, but it doesn't, I don't know. Yeah, you have to say insufficient evidence, and umpire called behind, I think, anyway, so. Yeah, insufficient evidence, so they have to pay the behind here. So that's, we'll never know whether or not that went in. It would have been very close. What type are you doing right now? What do you mean, what type? $7 the margin. What in the robbery? You can't tell, though. You can't tell AFL talk, so you can't just pay the goal because it might not have been a goal. There was no evidence. Solid mark. Who's hopping on the Coast Club stream tomorrow? What are you streaming? Yeah, actually. Oh, Bailey's kicked it out on the full again. Yeah, I swear you did schedule a stream though, Gus. Why didn't you stream? No, but that's bad though. Richmond v Sydney. Yeah, right. I think that might be a decent game in the end. That's holding the ball, free kick. Here we go. Now, but that point, if Zach Bailey, it doesn't matter if he missed. If he at least scored a behind there, that would have been really interesting because then it would have been 6 points. And he should have kicked the last shot he had. The last shot he had, he should have kicked. Zorko's marked, kicks to Ashcroft. Ashcroft takes a run, kicks it forward. A mark needs to be taken, and that's a shocking kick, and it's going to be turned over. 2 weeks in a row, Gus. A minute 45 left on the clock. 7-point margin. Lions need 2 goals for the win. Adelaide just need 1 goal to seal it, you'd say. Zorko gets the kick. Fletcher will be first to it. We'll get the hands. Oh, no. Oh, Lester, he's done well there. Beautiful mark by Berry. Plays on with the handball. Robertson uses his speed to his advantage. Inside 50, it goes. Lyman, you pay that. Pay the mark. Smothered. Neil. 2-time Brownlow medalist. Neil. He's missed. You got to kick those. And you back him to kick those. He's won 2 Brownlows in his career. Has a chance to win one this year as well. And this is an absolute sitter when your team needs you to kick it most. They can still tie it, though. They can still tie it, the Lions. Is that deliberate? It's deliberate! The Lions get the kick. 46 seconds left on the clock. They don't want to panic. That's the game. No, it's not. Oh, my God. McCluggage. Will. Fletcher. Inside 50. Mark! Bailey! Zach Bailey has to go the kick. Oh, my God, it's a point. It's a point. Oh, my God. They can still win it. The Lions can still win it. A turnover here would be huge. 16 seconds. They have to go after the siren if they're going to win. 16 seconds left on the clock. I'm not even going to look at chat for this next part. Stoppage. That'll be enough. That's enough now. It's a stoppage with 9 seconds to go. That has to be it. And the Lions should have won that too. If Zach Bailey just kicks that goal from 20 metres out earlier, you would be in front right now, and that was shocking. And the Crows come back and win in an absolute thriller. How about that? Full time, 68-67. It was a dull game to begin with, and what a beautiful final quarter we had. Adelaide Crows were courageous, stronger, faster, and respected by our girls. Nations of our nation, with a pride of South Australia, and we're known as the Adelaide Crows. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 bam. Don't want to call it. Fair enough. Just put a post out on our channel. Yeah, nice. 0-2 in tips. So I'm 1-1 because I got tonight's tip right. How about that? How about that for some Friday night footy, everyone? Lay Crows. Well, looks like AFL's not getting this $20. Wouldn't mind seeing how the stream went. I want to watch 11 p.m. AFL game tomorrow. I want to watch 11 p.m. game. Why? Why would you want to watch an 11 p.m. game? And there isn't ever going to be an 11 p.m. game because it's too early. Unless you live in like Perth or whatever, then maybe you get an 11 p.m. game. All right, stream could have performed better, but what can you say? It wasn't a very great game. Obviously, I predicted Darcy Fort to have 47 hitouts and a goal. He never kicked a goal. How'd he go on their hitouts, though? Sure, he would have reached 40, surely. He would have at least reached 40. Oh! He got 47 hitouts. I was spot on. He just needed that goal. I said he was going to get 47 hitouts and a goal. Got 47 hitouts and a behind. Damn. Well, best on ground, you'd have to say Will Ashcroft, 113 fantasy. Although Rochelle kicked the 3 goals, 1, and Ben Keys kicked the 3 goals just alone. And to think, if Bailey was just more accurate with his kicking, they would have won. Will Ashcroft ended up with 31 disposals. O'Brien had 50 hitouts. That's crazy. Dawson had 4 contested marks. Lockie Neal had 9 clearances. That's pretty good. 25-20 free kick counter was in Adelaide's favour. Salida with the 13 tackles. Like the stream. What about Berry? How did Berry go? He had an alright game, to be fair, Berry. Had 108 fantasy, 28 disposals, didn't score. Had an alright game, I suppose. 3 tackles, 8 marks. Solid game. That will be it, though, for tonight's stream. I will be live again this time tomorrow for not the GWS Port Adelaide stream, for a different stream that I haven't revealed just yet on what it will be. One person in the chat does know what it is, because I told him earlier. But I hope you guys did enjoy tonight's stream. I'll see you guys again tomorrow night, by the sounds of it. Cheers. And we're known as the Adelaide Crows. Oh, wait. Need to confirm that ends, didn't I? There we go.